In Shakespeare's play Othello, there's a famous line early in the play in which Iago, the villain, the consummate villain, the villain of all villains, the arch villain, the uber villain, says that Othello has been discovered. He's trying to frame Othello, whom he hates, for unknown reasons, reasons that are never entirely known. But early on, he tries to frame him for fornication, and or for allegedly having sexual relations with a married man's wife. And he tells this married man that Othello and his wife are making the beast with two backs. And that phrase, the beast with two backs, of course, is one that has achieved or attained some renown. It tells you a lot about, of course, just like is so often the case in Shakespeare with his characters and the dialogue they use and the kind of expressions they use. This expression used by Iago tells you how he feels about humanity and how he feels about the act of coupling. That it's a beast with two backs. It's this, again, bestial conception of humanity and of the act through which, of course, reproduction takes place. Why am I talking about this now? It just struck me today, this expression, the beast with two backs. It struck me today when I was thinking about this current crisis and the pandemic of fear, and how fear is the real, the fear and anxiety, and so forth, and everything that springs out of these kinds of emotions. This is the real petri dish that this attempted creation of a world of social isolation, social distancing, and all of the other hateful expressions that they're slinging at us right now. That fear and anxiety is what they are attempting to whip up, and they're doing their damnedest. And I use the word damnedest advisedly when I say that. It's not just an expression. I think it's a literally damned or damned methodology in what it springs from, motivationally speaking. But it strikes me that this is a beast with two backs. Let me try to explain what I mean by that. Well, on the one hand, you've got the credulous people who don't pay any attention to the statistics, who don't question anything, don't question authority, don't see beyond the facade. And they just think fear, danger, danger. I'm going to get sick and die. Everybody I know is going to get sick and die. This is the Black Plague. Isolate myself, wear gloves, wear a hazmat suit, etc. But even that's not going to keep me safe, right? So that's one of the backs of this beast. But the other one I've discovered, or it's sort of struck me lately. It struck me earlier today as I was reading some comments on, I really should just stop reading comments. Remind me, slap me. If you ever see me, just slap me upside the head. And I don't even, I don't believe in that social distancing nonsense. Slap me and tell me, stop reading comments, Nowicki. I know none of y'all will probably see me, but if you do, on the off chance that you run into me somewhere, when we're both going someplace that we're forbidden to go, because we have to be locked in our homes at all times, supposedly, right now. Tell me to stop reading comments. But on the other hand, I think I gained something by reading these comments, even though it took something out of me too. And what I realized from reading these comments, because these were comments that were being made by people who do share my perspective on all of this, who do see through the facade, who know that, even by the very statistics that they put out there, this is not a deadly disease in the sense of, I mean, it's deadly in a certain small proportion of cases, just like other viruses and just like the flu and many other things. But so they generally agree with my take on the hysteria, the irresponsible hysteria that is being whipped up, the panic that is being aroused by all of this. And yet they too are panicking. They too are succumbing to this fear and panic and despair, and because for them it's like, it's not, oh my God, I'm going to die of this virus, and everybody I know is going to die, and people are going to keel over left and right of this virus. It's more like, for them, it's like, oh my God, they're coming to get us. The powers that be, they've got this they've got this all planned out, and it's gosh, it's so exquisite how they've dropped all of this on us, and we were completely taken by surprise. None of us saw this coming, and they're right in the sense that when we were envisioning scenarios, this was not a scenario that occurred to us. So give TPTB their due for at least springing something on us that was a little surprising. Then again, 9/11 was surprising too. I never thought planes hitting towers falling to the ground in New York City, that was a novel kind of idea. And at the time, of course, I was pretty much a 9/11 normie. I believe the official story. Now I don't, but still, it was a novel thing. And so there's always, novel in the sense that, no matter what kind of scenarios you think up in your mind, there's something they can come up with that's a little different. I never saw quarantine being inverted like this. The notion of quarantine, which, until now in history has meant find the sick people, make sure that they are kept separate from the well people. Now it just means make everybody stay away from everybody else, which is never, to my mind, how quarantine has ever been used as a term. Again, there's inverted world, one might say, that hath such people in it. But getting back to the beast with two backs. So the one back is the normie response. And I'm guessing most of the people watching this or listening to this are not going to succumb to that source of fear and anxiety. But what I think people who agree with me are susceptible to is the fear and anxiety and despair. That's the real enemy. Despair is a sin. Despair is means that you lose any will to counter what is the evils that are taking place. So the other back the other back in this two-backed beast is again fear and anxiety of, oh my God, they're all going to come and get us. Oh my God, they're so powerful. We are putty in their hands. Oh my God, they're going to do. It's the Georgia Guidestones. They're going to do whatever they can to make us, reduced by into the 5% of what we now are. The human population now is 95% of humanity is going to be culled. Now, I'm not saying that these fears spring from nowhere. Obviously, there are a lot of powerful people who have nefarious ends in mind. So you're not foolish to be thinking that. I want to make that clear. But what I think is not productive and must be countered, must be avoided, must not be given into is again this notion that this nefarious, powerful evil is all powerful, and there's nothing else beside it. Nothing else exists in the realm of power other than these evil entities who mean us harm. There are plenty of really evil people who mean us harm. I am completely convinced of that. It's been, it's been a several years mind quest, arduous mind quest on my part that's made me reach these conclusions, and probably has for you too, I'm guessing. Or maybe you're still questioning, but you're on your way to reaching the same conclusions that I reached, but you're still not totally sure. I think thinking that we are helpless and they are all powerful and they're going to crush us. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That's as bad, that's as hysterical, that's as to me as much to be rejected, as much to be loathed as a mindset as this ridiculous fear of this virus that is being whipped up in the minds of those who don't really look beyond the facade of things. So again, we've got a beast with two backs. What Iago said in his in the early act of, I think in Act 1 of Othello, the expression that he used, which showed such contempt for humanity, that's what they're operating on two fronts. I think they want to make some of us fear leaving our houses, and fear to become hall monitors and tattletellers and to love Big Brother and so forth. And the rest of us, they want us to think, well, Big Brother is all there is. Big Brother is all powerful. There's nothing else that has power other than Big Brother. Both of those mindsets are false. Both of those must be rejected. Heartily rejected. And whatever you can do to help yourself know that's not all that there is. That there is more in the realms of power, in the realms of those who watch over us, or those who have power over us. However you want to conceive of it, you cannot just monolithically think this way. You've got to have, again, whether call it faith, call it hope, call it what you like. Despair is a sin. And I say that in a secular way as well as a spiritual way. If you're not religious, I still think it holds true. So those are my thoughts on the matter. Thanks for watching. My name's Andy Nowicki. Check out my work at altrightnovelist.com or lowstatusnovelist.blogspot.com.